Hey, what's up everyone? Keith Locke here, hanging out in the mountains of Ecuador, just doing this video on behalf of webmaster.net. Now, I was doing some research in Google Suggest, which pulls up the terms that people are searching for, long tail phrases, questions that they have. And one of the questions I came across was, how do I install WordPress on a subdomain? So I'm going to answer that question now. Now, the first step, of course, is to create a subdomain, and the procedure for that is going to vary depending on who you're hosting with. At the moment, I have a Pair hosting account open here. So on Pair, what I would do is under Domain Hosting Management, click on Add a New Domain Name, and then add a subdomain of a domain already on your account. So I'm going to click that, and so let's see. I'm going to drop it down. I'll use this one, and we'll put blog.keithjameslocke.com. Proceed. Okay, so it creates a folder called blog.keithjameslocke.com in my public_HTML folder. Perfect. So all I got to do is install WordPress into this folder, and then when I browse to blog.keithjameslocke.com, I'll be able to see that WordPress installation. So I'm going to go ahead and with the WordPress install right now. First step, of course, is to create a database. So I'm going to click Create New Database here. I'm just going to go test 1, add database. And then you got to make note of the information. So we got database name, whoops, database server. When you're installing WordPress, it'll say localhost. You change it to this. Whatever the server is, a lot of times it remains as localhost. Depends on your web host. And that's the username for full access and the password for full access. Okay. Some hosts you have to create a username separately and attach it to the database, and then specify what privileges you want. You want to give all privileges. So that's why I'm using the full access username. I like Pair because as soon as you create the database, it tells you the server right away, and it creates usernames for different levels. I only ever use the full access username and password, and that's what we need for WordPress. Okay, so now the next step, we head to wordpress.org, download the files to our computer. I'm going to download it right to my desktop. Okay, it's on my desktop. I'm just going to right-click, extract all. Now to extract the files, you can use different software for that. I'm using the built-in software that's part of my Windows, my operating system. But you can use WinZip. There's WinRAR, R-A-R. There's different ways to do it. You can do it with command line. I'm just using the built-in software that's part of my operating system. So I just I right-click to click Extract All. Now it's going to create a folder with all the files. So what I'm doing here is I'm opening the WordPress folder. I'm going to rename wp-config-sample to just wp-config. All right, I'm going to open that up, pop into details that I grabbed from here. So let's see, database name, database user, database password, and localhost. I'm going to change to the server on the Pair site, the Pair web hosting. Change to that. And this isn't required, but I like to do this. I like to go visit this URL, grab these unique keys that were just randomly generated, and then paste them right in here in the config file. Just overwrite that. And then I like to modify the table prefix so it's not the default prefix. It's just security reasons. I just make it random. You never have to refer to that again. Any code or any plugins or themes or anything that makes reference to specific tables within the database, it's going to use this variable anyway. So we never have to make reference to this. We don't have to memorize what it is. Just make it unique. so that it's so that it can't be easily guessed by hackers. That's really all there is to it. So I'm going to close this up. So this folder is ready to go. Now I'm just going to upload it to my server. So let's close this. I use FileZilla, which is FTP software. There's other ways to do it. There's different FTP software that you can use, and there's also you can a lot of times install through a file manager through a web browser, depending on the host that you have. And you can actually also install WordPress from within your web host as well. I have found that some of them will add extra things. They'll add extra plugins that they think that you need, etc. I just like to do things from scratch. That's the way I've always done it. I have full control this way. Alright, so here I'm going to open my site manager, log into my server, public_HTML, then there should be blog.keithjameslock.com. That was created for me, and that's where the subdomain blog.keithjameslock.com will point to naturally. So now I'm going to go to my desktop, and what I want to do is go to the new folder. Actually, no, sorry, the WordPress folder that was created, and then open that as well, and then upload all these files. Control A will select them all, right click, upload. Now I'm going to pause the video while these are uploaded. There's a lot of files to be uploaded. Okay, that's all there is to it. Everything's uploaded. During the time that this was uploaded, and I took the time to write this article. Always multitask if you can. Not multitask, but make the best use of your time. While I was waiting for that, I just whipped up the article, you know, kind of doing using some automated tools like FTP, but then I can use that time to do other things. Now, okay, now the next step really is to browse to this folder in a browser, and then go through the normal installation steps that you would go through to install WordPress. Just like normal. It's not ready yet. A domain name, a subdomain has to propagate just like a domain name does, so it's not ready. Actually, when I browse to that page, it says it's not available yet. It's going to take some time, and then I'll be able to browse to that and then go through the installation. But the installation is straightforward. It's the same as you would any other install. It's just now it's on a subdomain. Alright, that's all there is to it. Again, this is Keith, webmaster.net. Thanks for watching.